So over the last 48 hours, BitBoy has basically gone from hated Schiller to bounty hunter of the people, flying to the Bahamas to actually hunt down SBF and to try and find further fraud as well.
Yeah, some of these clips are absolutely amazing off his Twitter, so let's take a look.
Let's go through it. Sweet.
Okay, let's jump into the first clip. This is where BitBoy's just landed in the Bahamas.
Sam, where are you? We're looking for you. We just want to talk, Sam. I know that's where you're at, buddy. It's okay. Sam, in all seriousness, though, we just want you to come tell your story. Unblock me on Twitter. Come tell your story. Let's talk. I'll come up there. I'm not scared y'all are going to kill me. It's going to take a lot for y'all to do that. I just want to talk. That's all.
Wait.
Or you can come out.
Wait. Did he just say it's going to take a lot for you to do that?
Like, yeah, to kill him. Yeah.
He's definitely feeling different now. He's been hitting the gym, isn't he?
I know, yeah, for sure. Thin BitBoy has got some serious big dick energy about him now.
keep it going.
It's fun. You come out down here. We're down here by some yachts. I mean, check out these nice yachts over here. That's a famous yacht.
That is a nice backyard.
But we're just out here. That's all we want, man. Just come talk. Sam.
For God's sake, that is class.
It is. It's pretty insane. He's literally gone out there, touchdown in the Bahamas. He's found that bloody high-rise apartment you've seen on those videos. Like, yeah, it's quite surreal seeing it.
Yeah, it's a great effort, and it's frankly freaking hilarious that he's even over there. But
well, someone should be like I can't believe he's the only person on the planet that's like hunting this guy down.
I know, yeah.
Insane.
It would be so funny if SBF does have an alt account and he is actually watching this and he's peering out of the curtain somewhere and you can see BitBoy downstairs.
Oh mate, he definitely is. I'll show you a clip in a bit. He definitely is.
Right, let's have a look. What was the next one?
Do you think Sam does actually want to come down and talk though? Do you think like SBF wants to talk? He's probably got his mum and dad up there. Like, don't do it, Sam.
Definitely not. I think. Again, I think it's just a bit too much for him, but the fact BitBoy's even over there is just frankly hilarious. This is where he's obviously tried to get in now. Another one of his tweets, and security are escorting him out.
Because there's a reason why they feel safe enough to where they can just call security and try to get us kicked out. It's unbelievable. When you've got as much political power as Barbara and Joe have, and you guys make connections as you have.
So Barbara and Joe are his mom and dad, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do your entire life, being a securities lawyer, coming up with $121 million for real estate as professors and security lawyers, it's very apparent what's going on here. And their scam is up. Their jig is up. People know this at this point.
He must be the apartment must be in like a compound of some sorts that. You know, for security to be able to move you on like that, it must be in a pretty like high end compound, and they've been told get these guys gone.
Yeah, I think the whole spot is like I heard that there's like names like Will Smith and Pharrell and stuff. They've all got like spots there, so really? I assume it's 24-hour. Yeah, I don't even know how he got as close as he did.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know how he got in that case. I did see a tweet as well, actually, of someone saying that they know someone that lives in that apartment building, and everyone's fuming because like BitBoy's turning up and bringing a load of like attention to this dead like exclusive little area of the Bahamas.
Well, like I say, the whole thing and all this is that no one's actually doing anything, are they? And this is where like the big issue is no one's actually doing anything about it. Yeah, he's over there, and even if. Let's be right, it's BitBoy and he might not have all that influence. It's just bringing so many eyes towards why isn't someone else here doing it kind of thing as well, which is just insane in itself. It's such good content, though.
Is this the one where he's like on the building site trying to figure out who owns this land?
Yeah. So they were just talking about his mum and dad. So yeah, for a bit of context, I don't know if we mentioned it, SBF's mum and dad have apparently bought over 120 mils worth of property in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah. Apparently, well, that's one of the things he's saying he's uncovered, isn't it? That like a bit of a fund where they've been throwing all this FTX money into property.
Yeah. So this is what he says. This is the next tweet.
All right, guys, we are here at One Cable Beach. Now, there was a Washington Post article that said that Sam Bankman-Fried's parents owned a property here. We just got some really interesting information since we've been here. Someone came out and started talking to us. Apparently, there was one unit at One Cable Beach that they rented. They didn't even buy it. So there's a lot of discrepancies on this real estate that they own, and they've done it with some shell companies and stuff like that, so it's hard to really know what they have. We've been told they did not have a whole floor. They did not have a penthouse. They had one unit here, and we're still trying to figure out where is this $121 million worth of real estate that they have.
Fair play, mate. How is he getting all this info? He's turned into like some sort of like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I was saying it's like ABC News, isn't it, or something? Like he's really coming into the role of like digging deep on it. But yeah, fair play to him. How reliable the info is, we don't know. Maybe just someone's trying to get him out of the fucking reception because he's shouting, "Where's Sam?"
I've got a question for you, actually. Do you because like, you know, I won't lie, I didn't like BitBoy one single bit until he kind of took on this new role. I just thought, you know, Schiller made a load of money in the bull market by absolutely wrecking retail and dumping people for paid shills, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah. Didn't really like his attitude that much. Just thought he's a bit of a dick. But what do you think now?
Yeah, I tell you what, the same thing. If you were there in the bull run, like I say, his content was, it felt retail shill 2.0, and everyone was like, "Oh, come on!" Like it's, you know, anyone who's his audience, you could tell were just duped into loving every coin every week. But I don't know, with the gym and like you say, newfound better balls on him, I am enjoying it. Like it's good. It's a great rebranding for him. I
think you're right. It's a killer rebranding for him. Like I genuinely now, like if I saw him, I'd happily like go for a drink with him and have a pint and talk crypto and SBF. Whereas before, I'd be like, "No, man, you're a dick."
And I think we covered it, didn't we, in the podcast, where when he called SBF out for the regulation stuff, like that was the right thing to do, and he was genuinely passionate about it. And I think a lot of that has helped turn this image around. I think he's running with it. I think he's really milking the tits off it, which I think is great because, you know, it works. But
you know, he's looking. I've seen the comments. They're all like, "You're doing it for the people. You're a man of the people. BitBoy's amazing." I bet he's like, "Oh my god, he's absolutely loving it." But fair play.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of ego in there, but who gives a fuck? Like it's fantastic. We need this shit in a bear market.
Yeah.
Right, the last one now. I think you've just been on a podcast or something.
Yeah, I think you've just been speaking to that guy from the Bahamas government, I think.
Right, okay, so let's have a listen.
Lincoln, I think.
I hung out with Lincoln Bain. He's an activist here. You know, he wants to clean up the corruption in the Bahamas. We want to clean up corruption everywhere there's corruption. They reject FTX, but I really liked his viewpoint on things, that it's not crypto that's the problem. It's the exchange. It's FTX. It's SBF that's the problem. Found out a lot about the government corruption. We exposed a lot of stuff. We broke some stories about real estate, the way that they're hiding money through real estate, customer funds. So, you know, it's good, man. We're bringing these people down. They ain't got a prayer against me.
Yes. He absolutely mic drops at the end. Mic drops and walks off.
They haven't got a prayer against me and Lincoln, and just walks off, mate. I like that.
Insane content. Yeah, I think, like I say, the defo right. You can tell he's making it up as he goes along, but it's pretty fucking great. One thing I would say is I don't know how much of a tight line he's actually walking with some of the stuff he's coming out with here. Like, surely there's at some point a defamation suit going for the Bahamas government and stuff, and the official corruption. It's like,
well, you've seen what he's been saying about Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, we'll have to bring that up. The Kevin O'Leary tweets, he openly called him a murderer today, didn't he? So this was one where he says, "I may show up at Kevin's house next. Thank God he isn't in the Bahamas." Refers to the water because apparently there was something to do with Kevin O'Leary and a boating accident.
Oh man, it gets quite dark. I've got a tweet here. I'll share it if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I've got the tweets here where he talks about Kevin O'Leary. The fact that Kevin O'Leary is a murderer, but he then covered it up, just like he is covering up the involvement, in FTX. I believe FTX investors need to file a class action lawsuit against Kevin for his involvement in the FTX cover-up and Celsius sabotage. Mate, this is savage, this, right? Kevin O'Leary messages him, "Hey, crypto bozo, I'm starting to think you may need to get some help. You seem a little disorientated. Just saying, get a life." And then BitBoy says, "Get a life? Well, you took 2 lives. At least I never covered up a high-speed hit and run on the water." So yeah, I had to look into this because I don't know. I don't really know Kevin O'Leary that much, but I looked into it, and so him and his wife killed 2 people in a boating accident.
Jesus.
Apparently they were, some boat was on the water just like stargazing with the lights off, and Kevin O'Leary just absolutely fucking totaled his boat into them. Killed two people, and then he got a bit of grief because less than a year later, he then posted this picture of him and his wife on the same lake where they killed 2 people in the boat.
Jesus.
Oh.
So this is what BitBoy's going in on.
Yeah, BitBoy's going in on that. But what he's saying about Kevin O'Leary and Sam being kind of like quite close, it seems to be kind of true. Like, I looked a little bit further into the exchange that Kevin O'Leary's bought. He owns a company called like Moon. What was it called? Wonderfy. That was it. He's acquired a Canadian exchange. But basically, apparently, he's doing the same scam as SBF.
Where it's just customer funds insolvent, bit of a piggy bank.
Yeah, create your own coin, all that kind of carry on. So yeah, BitBoy's really going at him for that.
Yeah, and it's fair enough. I just wonder, with our newfound affection towards BitBoy, like, don't get yourself in too much trouble.
Wait, he's that confident. He's saying that Kevin O'Leary. He says he knows that much stuff about Kevin O'Leary that Kevin O'Leary
isn't gonna bother
do it, because in America, apparently, if you file a lawsuit against someone like that, it then goes to something called discovery, and he's like, he'll never want anything to go to discovery, so he'll just.
He's just going to take it, in other words.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently so.
That's insane. There are a couple more. Like, obviously, this has been one hell of a BitBoy feed. This has been one hell of a feed from him, but there's a couple of tweets.
So apparently he's found SBF's car, and in the back seat he's saying that he's found a laptop and some pills.
Go through each image. I want to see his face as well. If this is SBF's car, like, you would be starting to be feeling a little bit unnerved by BitBoy.
The laptop in the back seat.
Look, is that a baseball bat on the floor there? What were these?
No, that's an umbrella. It's an umbrella.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you feeding the beast.
Even more suspect when you're in the Bahamas, if I'm honest.
Yeah, true.
It's like Michael Jackson SBF.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the pills. Is that a roll-on deodorant? I think.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That might be a bit of shampoo or something, which again seems a bit suspicious with SBF. But what are the orange pills? What's in there? It's definitely not Viagra now. Caroline's gone to Dubai, wherever she is. Oh, look, you can even see one's been had in half.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't even notice that. He didn't fancy dropping the full lot that day, did he?
Yeah, responsible dosage. That's something that definitely has been employed. But yeah, this is pretty fucking wild from BitBoy. Finding the guy's car.
Pills. I can't believe there's actually pills on the seat. I mean,
yeah.
Do we know if they actually are? I don't know, but
yeah,
probably.
It looks like the same seats, doesn't it? I think for the vibe, we're going to say it definitely was.
I think when he turned up to the place, I've got a video here of when he actually turned up to the villa and apparently saw a window open.
Right. I've not even seen this.
Yeah, like 8 minutes into this. It's quite a long video, but I'll just skip through it. Yeah, so this is a video here of like when they're in the Bahamas outside SBF's villa, and apparently they see a window move, and they're like, "I'm pretty sure a window just moved."
You see a window? Hold on. We see a window. That one right there. See the little right on the second floor, the top floor. The second floor. Okay. I don't know if the second one's okay.
So they're saying they saw a window move. He makes like a Ritalin and an Adderall joke in a moment.
That's right. I am the captain now. I'm the
Wait for it.
Oh, we got a
that door.
That was
closed.
Yeah.
You look up there.
Okay, we got a door that was closed. It's open now up there. They know we're here.
That's conclusive.
We're not leaving, guys. Damn, you're gonna have to come on out at some point. Or else, you're not gonna be able to escape through your marina. We're gonna sit here and wait for you. Yeah. Trying to avoid Absolutely.
I absolutely love it.
Him, come on.
Hey, we got free Ritalin and Adderall down here, boys. We don't really. I know.
Oh my god.
Free Ritalin and Adderall.
He's
and
such
then,
a fucking hero.
It was the same with your video that you showed before, like security turns up, like
oh no, like get out of here.
Yeah, basically it's kind of just like get out of there. So they have to like stop recording and they end up leaving, but
maybe that's actually where the video goes. The one we showed towards the start looks like the same guy, I think. So
yeah.
But it's so insane. I absolutely love it. It's fucking brilliant content. But do you know what it's like when it's like a window's moving? It's like when you're watching like Ghost Hunters or something, and it's this fake reality show, and they're like, "I swear I heard something," and there's like they're just praying. They're praying to see SBF's fucking throw somewhere.
Oh, it would be wild though, wouldn't it, if they did see him? Like, imagine if he just bumps in. You've seen pictures of SBF in like supermarkets and stuff. Imagine you just bump into him in a supermarket.
Imagine you caught him in 7-Eleven, like getting a pack of ciggies or something.
Some energy drinks.
God, I wonder if would SBF even say anything, or would he just fucking take it? Do you reckon, and keep quiet?
I think he'd try and bolt, mate. I think he'd be gone.
The last thing I wanted to look at, I thought it was funny actually, like because obviously we loved it, didn't we? We said this, but I think that the sentiment on crypto Twitter, particularly with a couple who haven't liked him in the past, like Kobe has been openly slamming BitBoy in the past, and he just nails it. It's like, actually very good content. Like I just absolutely love to see it. And then there's another one, Coin Bureau. This is what we mentioned at the start. Kind of saying it's working, because if you did threaten for another 1,000 people to come and start standing around there, now they know one person can do it. Maybe that does actually push some sort of action from the authorities, but time will tell on that.
Something would surely have to happen if he literally did have 1,000 people turn up and just surround the building. Like,
yeah, even the threat of 1,000 people is probably too much for this lot. They'd be like, yeah, you know what, we need to at least look like we're doing something here. But I pray to God that he gets some good more content and he actually gets him.
Yeah, I hope he tracks him down, bro. I hope he tracks him down. Let's see what else he's able to uncover with some of these stories of moving money into property and other bits of fraud. And there's a lot, man. He's saying he knows like a lot about high up people in government, and
yeah, God, he's been there 2 days. He's in there 2 days, but yeah, respect BitBoy. Keep going.
Fair play.
Peace.